Here we have verse 30 of the 5th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus dealing with the 7th commandment, thou shalt not commit adultery, and indicating that this commandment can be violated at a very deep level, unseen level. And then he's warning that if there's anything in one's life that may be a cause of deviating from the path, that thing should be cut off. Radical surgery is really the idea. He's just said if your eye offends you, gouge it out, cast it from you. Similarly, in fact, much of the same language is used now in verse 30, in which he shifts the discussion from the eye to the hand. The eye having to do with looking, the hand having to do with acting, what we do. But the same principle applies. So the connective kai, a, if, with the indicative he, dexia, the right, it's an adjective. It goes along with care, which is hand. So the right hand, and then there is the possessive second person pronoun, so the right of you hand. Similar to what he said about the eye, and then skandalize, the same verb is used in the preceding verse. Scandalizes you means to trip you up, to cause you to stumble. Third person singular, present active indicative. Se is the direct object, second person accusative pronoun. So if there is an occasion of your right hand causing you to trip up or to stumble, then the same idea. Ekopson, a different verb here. This is from ekopto. Kopto means to chop, as in chopping up food or something like that. Ekopson is a second person singular, aorist active imperative. Chop away or chop it off. The idea, of course, referring to the hand. Again, extravagant hyperbole here, but the idea is certainly clear enough as Jesus indicates it. So chop it. Autain is a feminine accusative pronoun. It goes along with care, which is a feminine noun. So chop it, that is the hand. Chop it off is the notion. The ek, kai, bale, from balo, I cast. Second person singular, aorist active imperative, cast. From, apo, with the genitive, from you, cast it away from you. Same idea with the eye. The whole point is to get this out of your life. And then he uses virtually identical language as in the preceding verse, so I'll just mention it rather rapidly. Sumfere, it is expedient or profitable. Gar, postpositive. Soy, indirect object, the dative singular of the second person pronoun. It is profitable for you. Hina, in order that. Apoletai, from apolemy, means to destroy. This is the subjunctive. The third person singular aorist middle informed subjunctive. It is expedient for you to destroy, and then or have destroyed. Hin, one, tone melon, one of the members. Su, of you. Kai, may, and not holon, whole, all. To, soma, the body. Su, of you. Ace, into, preposition with the accusative, ge and non, into gena. Then this word is slightly different from the preceding verse. Apelthe, this is from aperkamai, to go away. Same idea, to be cast away. It's not quite as strong, but it's the same idea. To be cast away into Ge'enan, into Gehenna, into the city dump, which was metaphorically referred to commonly as another reference for hell. So two illustrations. One, the eye, having to do with what is observed, what is seen, what is lusted for in the context. And the hand, having to do with what is actually carried on, what is done as a practice. And the two, of course, stand for the two broad areas in which a person might fall into temptation and sin. And Jesus is giving strong encouragement along those lines to get rid of anything that might lead us in that direction.